back again for another video. I think this will be a quick one. I don't think I'm going to talk very much on it, but I'm going to get straight to the point as I have a lot of things to do today, of course. The topic is saving yourself. Now, I think this is very important because a lot of men are very sacrificial by nature. I mean, that's bred in our DNA. We can see it in the way we move and the things that happens, the jobs we take. You know, they're very sacrificial. They put the overall society or persons above themselves. But we're moving into an age where men are no longer valued as much as they should be. I was going to do a part 2 to the last video that I did, and I'm probably still going to do it, but be on the lookout for it. It's going to have some of the same sentiments as this, but it's going to be more geared towards the women perspective of what I look at in regards to addressing them and this circumstance. But nonetheless, when it comes to men and their sacrificial nature, save yourself. Sacrifice for yourself. I say this because I think men need to be told this. It sounds very strange to say, but a lot of men are still trapped in the ideological matrix, and they are part of it very heavily. And part of the matrix programming is that you are a sacrifice and you should take no time to account for self. This is not the truth anymore. Even within the matrix itself, it is not the truth. We see more and more that men are standing up and taking hold of their own lives and making decisions that will reverberate for generations moving forward, because the birth rate is going down. Men aren't having sex as much as they probably would like. So, you know, children aren't being birthed like that. I mean, the women, they're doing what they're doing. That's another subject. But, you know, as far as the men, we're making choices. But I think that we need to push the agenda more forward, that we need to save ourselves before we save anybody else. I mean, you can tell, you know, so-called betas, hey, you know, you need to focus on yourself. You need to worry about yourself. I mean, it's getting so cliche of a statement, you know, to put yourself first. But I want to talk to you very sincerely about it, because I think it's an important topic to me. Nobody's gonna save you in the way that you would save someone else. So how about you save yourself in the way that you would save someone else? How about you invest that time into you? How about you invest that time into what you desire? How about you invest that time into pulling yourself out of that hole, whatever hole it may be, whether it be financial, mentally, you know, maybe there's a couple of books you need to catch up on, you know, maybe there's some homework you need to do. Maybe there's some things that you need to address that you haven't yet. Save yourself. And I don't mean that in the SYSBM type of way per se, but I mean it more so as like I said, a sincere way of saying it. You know, save yourself, because once again, we have been programmed by large to be sacrificial. But why is it that men are not programmed to be sacrificial for self? You know, it's often put that men, we are selfish if we don't sacrifice for others. But that's not true. That's never been true. It's never been true to put yourself first. And what I mean by putting yourself first is to consider your outcome before you consider someone else's. That simply means that you're more concerned about where you stand when the music goes off and there's cheers, you know, filled and not filled, versus worrying about where someone else is standing in that same circumstance. I mean, you know, I really care about my brothers out there. You know, I really do. I'm going to, you know, make more efforts into proving that, you know, but I took a little time off for myself. You know, there were things that I needed to address in my life, and there were gaps. You know, there were gaps in my understanding. There were gaps in my reality. There were even gaps in my projected space of where I wanted to be in the future. So I had to take that time. You know, no one has commented yet on any of my videos to say, well, where the hell have you been? And you know, where's your videos? You know, nobody commented, and I appreciate the brothers who came through and commented this and welcomed me back. That's very great. But I lost a few subscribers along the way. That's fine. That's totally fine. The reason why that's fine is because people didn't understand that I may have been taking this time for myself. Because I wasn't pushing out content for you all, which that's why I'm here, definitely. But you can't. I don't place something on someone else that I don't place on myself. I'm still subscribed to the people that I've been subscribed to, even though I have not frequented YouTube as much as I used to. I still pop in every once in a while and support them, because if I'm really rocking with that person, no amount of their disappearance is going to change that. I mean, we still listen to old Barbarossa videos. I mean, come on. That guy's been missing for a hot minute. But nonetheless, the whole notion that I'm getting at is that, for one, take care of yourself before you take care of anybody else. I won't use the term save yourself, even though that's going to be the title anyways. But take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Everybody's got 10 toes and fingers just like you do. They don't need help. They don't need help in the way that you need help. Don't put yourself on the back burner for people. You've probably been doing that way too long, for majority of your life. Change that, because look at where you are, and look at where you could be if you had a focus on self. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing selfish about that. So focus on yourself. Do what you need to do to get yourself where you want to go. And then you can hand everybody else, down what you got left, if you so choose. Some men don't. But nonetheless, secondly, I want to show my appreciation for the people who have stuck on my channel, who didn't, just gave up on me. They was like, oh, well, he's not producing videos anymore. Well, let me unsubscribe. I appreciate y'all. For the little people who do actually still watch my videos, because the information is sound. Believe me, it is sound. I rarely say things that can be disputed heavily. Like we would have to get in a serious debate to spell all this out just for you to even have an inkling of trying to make an argument against me. That's the way I see it. I make my videos that kind of way. But men, please save yourself before you save anyone else. But anyways, that's been my video. This has been the Wolf and Beta Close. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.